and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be making cabbage, potatoes, and onions all fried in an iron skillet. And we're going to be using our total seasoning. Our last video we made a couple questions, and I've had them in other videos also before on total seasoning. Because when I talk about this, a lot of people wonders where they can get it. Well, in the last video, a lady said she couldn't find it at her grocery store. But we find it at Walmart. Plus, you can also order it on Amazon. And this is the brand that we get. I'll hold that up there so y'all can see it. So instead of answering so many questions, it's so hard to keep up with all the messages that you get on your videos. I'm just showing you and telling you where we get it. We ordered it off of Amazon before. Plus, you can pick it up at Walmart. So there it is. I hope you find you some. Let's get started. Okay, to our iron skillet, where I cooked some of our hog jaws that we bought, I saved the oil off of them. So I'm going to use just a tiny bit of that in my cabbage, potatoes, and onions. Not much, probably about a good tablespoon. And then I'm going to add a little bit of butter. And it's salted butter, real butter. If you wanted to use margarine, I guess you could. That's what a lot of people do buy. And then again, it is cheaper, but we like real butter. So we're putting about probably 2 tablespoons maybe of real butter mixed in with that oil. And we're just going to let that get hot. And I guess I'll use this too instead of a metal spoon, because a lot of y'all don't like hearing that. And I don't either sometimes, but sometimes you just have to use a good old-fashioned stainless steel spoon. And we'll probably wind up using it before it's over. But we're going to let that come to a good heat and get that melted. But this right here is a great seasoning to use. And like I said, we get it at Walmart. You have, let me get my glasses so I can tell you what all's in it. And we could even try to make it ourselves using what we have. Salt, garlic, spice, parsley, cilantro, and that's about it. Other than some stuff I can't even pronounce. So I guess we do need to try to make us some of this ourselves. So the most important ingredients would be your garlic, oregano, parsley, and cilantro. And it also has dried onions. But maybe we might try to make this using what we have in our pantry. But there's a good look at it right there. You can see your garlic and your... I might even think about putting onion powder in it. Okay, we got that good and hot. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my onions in. And now my potatoes that I've got cut up, I pre-boiled these in the microwave just till I got them fork tender. Because I don't want to have to cook them so long. You can see they're still firm, but they are tender. So if you don't want to have to cook your dish quite as long, just pre-cook your potatoes. Okay, we're going to let those cook down till we get them good and caramelized. I'm going to go ahead now and add just a tiny bit of salt. and black pepper. Today is the day after New Year's. I hope everybody had a good New Year's Day. We did. And we eat good too. We had our down south junkin'. If y'all hadn't seen that video, y'all need to go look it up. That is one good way to make your peas, your collards, and your hog jaws with cornbread on the side. It makes it so easy. You just put it all in one pot. Okay, I've almost got these where I want them. I'm going to let them get just a little bit more. Okay, so that right there is how I want them. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our cabbage. Now I'm just going to toss that cabbage in there with those onions. Oh, it's smelling good in here, y'all. Okay, I'm going to cut up my potatoes in smaller little bite-sized pieces. And that right there shows you how tender I got them. How easy they are to cut, but they're still firm. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put some salt and black pepper on my potatoes. And now we're going to add our cut up potatoes to our cabbage and fried onions. Now we're going to let that cook for about 10 minutes. Now I'm going to add about another tablespoon and a half of butter. And let that melt down. Okay, now that I've got my butter melted down, I'm going to put in some of our total seasoning. And pre-cooking your potatoes like this, you don't have to cook them so long and you cook your dish so long that you got to get those taters tender. They're already tender. Okay, we're just going to let that sit there for about 10 minutes and we're going to put a lid on it. With that, we've got leftover ham from Christmas. And I'm going to cook that with a little bit of butter. We defrosted the ham just a little bit. So we're just going to put it all in this skillet. And cook it up to go with our potatoes, cabbage, and onions. Okay, y'all, while that ham's frying, let's check on our potatoes and cabbage. Oh, it's starting to look good. You can see that cabbage in there. And that right there was 4 potatoes and about a half of an onion, a white onion. That's going to be good, y'all. Southern cooking at its best. And if y'all had any leftover ham, just take it and put you some in some butter and fry it up. Now we're going to service up some of this. Ooh, that's going to be good, y'all. Take a bite. Alright, I hope y'all like our little short video on how we make fried onions, cabbage, and potatoes. And we're just having a little leftover piece of ham. This right here is a great budget-friendly meal also, using leftovers. Thanks for watching.